What's going on, Show Nation? It's a movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's matchup, we got a matchup versus what I'd call a top player. This is on the route to trying for World Series. He's 140 and 51. I think I'm rated around like, I don't know, 860-ish or something like that. We're gonna start off the game with a base hit out the middle for Mickey Mantle, and then we're gonna steal second. If you guys haven't seen my base running tips video, be sure to check that out. It looked pretty laggy right there or something. I don't know what happened, but he was safe. Craig in the 2-hole, getting him over to third base, doing his job. Some fundamental baseball right there. And then we're gonna be able to hit the sac fly with the cap. That's more than deep enough to get Mantle home to get our first run of the game. Now, with Gary Sheffield walked, and then Chipper Jones with an absolute smash over the right field wall to put us up 3-0 off the bat. So we got out to a really good start in this one. That's always super helpful. Now, Dustin May on the hill had a good first inning, but I did throw a curveball here to Gary Sheffield. A great swing by my opponent. Absolutely drove the crud out of the ball. This park has just a little bit less altitude than Coors Field. Coors Field has like 540, 550 altitude, or excuse me, 5,400 or 5,500 altitude. Laughing Mountain Park has like 5,200 altitude. So the ball really carries here. If you really are looking for like a minor league type of park that is you know, a lot like Coors Field, Laughing Mountain Park is definitely your bag here. So we try to steal again. He wisely goes to the pitch out on the second pitch. So he ends up throwing Mantle out there. Now my cap's up. Get some good PCI placement. I've really been working on my PCI placement a lot lately, especially with my last couple games that I've been playing. Just like that's the main key, is I'm trying to get the PCI on the ball as quickly as possible. The quicker I can get my PCI on the ball, the more success I'm gonna have. Then it speeds up my timing. So now I got the PCI on the ball. Now I can hit X faster with my timing, and that pretty much makes you just an absolute beast at hitting. Mickey's gonna take this one the other way for a home run. Got good okay, but at this park and ship it, good luck for your pitchers. I mean, your pitchers are gonna take some heat. He's got his creative player out in left field. Can't make the play. Craig Biggio has been an absolute beast. It's like literally Prestige Craig is one of my best cards. He just lights it up game after game after game after game. My cap is gonna hit this one out to deep center field. He's gonna make the catch, but that's beyond far enough to get Craig home on the tag up there. So we're gonna get another run. What's that gonna make it? A 7-2 game. Now this is a very critical situation in the game. He's got 2 on with 1 out. Gets a base hit from his cap there. We were that close to turning the double play, but I couldn't get my glove on with Chipper. Chipper is a pretty decent fielder at third base. Sometimes he doesn't make every play. It's not like he's a 99 defensive player. That one got by him, but for the most part, I'd say he's pretty good. This is one of the critical situations of the game now that we got bases loaded. We're facing Jacoby Ellsbury. He hits an absolute laser that stays in the park. I considered this a win because it's like that feels like a situation where he's about to go yard. He smashed it. It stayed in the park, and we were able to get 1 out. Now we're facing Mickey Mantle. We're still up 4, but this is just a critical situation. Very critical situation. We can't let him continue this inning and do damage. He's an extremely scary hitter. Sometimes the announcers will say that he's better from the right side, but he's, in my opinion, I want him up from the left side, especially Prestige, because he's got 122 power. So that's really what I'm worried about with him. So I'm really pitching around him here. We got first base open. I'm not trying to leave anything for him to hit, and I know on his side he's going to be anxious to try to hit. It's going to be very difficult to take pitches because you want to kind of put this ball in play. One of your best hitters ended up kind of like just catching the bottom of the zone with the cutter. I missed my spot. Fortunately, he grounds out to the second baseman, so we get the out there. Mike Trout is going to start off the top of the 6th with a base hit. Actually, there's 1 down, but he gets a base hit here, and then we get another base hit here. We are kind of really sometimes you just have those games where it just feels like everything is just gonna drop for you for a hit. You know, a good okay on a slider load away. I can't remember who he's got at first base. I think he's got Thames at first base. Thames lets that get by him, get another base hit. Like, these are tough pitches I'm just putting in play, and things are going really well there. So we got, you know, some games you just have games like this where everything seems to go, and then if those start building up, then you get somebody like Mickey Mantle at the plate, and he's gonna drive it out for an absolute home run to get us up 12-4. We're gonna skip to the top of the 9th now. It's a 12-6 game at this point, and I have a lot of respect for my opponent at this point too. I just know that your work is never done. One of the toughest things to do in this game is to close out like the 8th and the 9th, regardless of your lead. People just naturally turn up. You know, they just like, that's when they really lock into their bats. The bullpens in the game aren't that great. So we're just spraying with some base hits here. Gary all the way to the wall. He tried to bring his infield in to try to stop a play there, and we just hit that ball too hard for the infielders to react. Get a base hit there. Chipper Jones, like, we just found holes. Just looking back at this, like, we just found hole after hole after hole. That's an early slightly rolled that gets through for a base hit. And then Mike Trout doing some damage again with another home run. If I was building out like an extremely comp team to use, I'm probably gonna, I don't know. Mike Trout is still so good, man. Like, he's worth every single stub that you're gonna go for him. He's a beast, man. I always want to kind of at least have him on my bench this season. We're gonna go ahead and pinch hit for our pitcher, bring in Buster Posey. Buster Posey against lefties is just an absolute problem. Smashes out a perfect fly ball for a home run there to increase our lead even more. It's 18-6 at this point. Mickey, we're not trying to stop. Like, sometimes you get into that zone when you're hitting, and you want to use that almost as like a competition within yourself to just try to keep it going and not have it stop. Craig just perfectly plays ground ball. Craig hits for like a lot of power. He hits for a lot of contact. He's really good. I really like Craig. I don't know if everyone uses him still, but I love using Craig. We're gonna hit pretty much a triple here with our cap. If you guys play one of these big parks too, I suggest that you put your outfield deep. There's really no reason not to have your outfield deep. You can hit down on the D-pad, and you can go to like always and always have your outfield deep. I like to have, if I'm playing in Ship It, I'll keep them normal, but if I'm playing here, or if I'm playing you know, at Kauffman Stadium, if I'm playing in a bigger park, I want my outfield set deep. Like, I have manual shifts off, or I have it so like if there's ever a shift, I do the shifting. I don't like having shifts on. But if I played a big park, I want it deep so my fast outfielders can run in and they can't hit the ball over my head. I'd rather they just like blue pin singles and we'll go get the ball than they hit the ball over my head. That's a big problem when they hit the ball over your head. So something to consider definitely with your defensive shifting. He's gonna rip a base hit down the left field line. You don't really see too many left field outfield caps. I hadn't really seen that too much. He's got Buster Posey up. We're trying to get out of it with Chapman, who can he's kind of good for these situations, just to finish off games. I like the relievers that throw gas. He's got the slider and the sinker. He's still pretty dang good to use, but especially in like a situation like this. We got Posey still going here, battling an 0-2 count. We're gonna throw the slider inside. I have switched back to pitcher offset. I haven't really talked about this much, but I switched something about, like, I love pitching from strike zone, but there's something about it that I don't pitch very well. I feel like more natural for some reason. Like, if I want to go to the right, I push up and to the right or whatever. If I want to go to the left, I push to the left. And there's also like the plate flips around when you pitch from the strike zone view, so it has like you know, the corners of the plate from pitcher offset, right? They're really like the corners of the plate. The meter kind of flips around, so the plate like flips upside down, and I feel like I never can push it right to the outside like I like. I always kind of like, it's hard to explain, like the triangle of the plate is at the bottom, so it's like I really got to push it almost outside or spot my pitches a little bit differently. Like, you almost want to pitch, like if you use strike zone and you put it on like the corner, you almost want to pitch like off the plate to the outside. You want to miss the hoop to the outside on either side to stay out of the middle. But we do pick up the dub here, one of our better performances of the year. So I want to bring this game to you guys. I feel like, honestly, I've gotten better at hitting since I've been doing lab sessions a little bit on my Twitch channel. So I've been trying to work on like pulling inside fastballs, but this is a pretty good game, so I thought I'd bring it to you. I think I'm going to edit another gameplay now because after this game, we're headed to the World Series. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are having a great day today. And yeah, take it easy, y'all. Peace out.